everyone. Hope you're doing well. We have decided to take things back to November's workouts so that we're using a minimal amount of equipment. We realize some of you may or may not have some free weights to work with. So taking things back to November, that way it'll be a little bit of a review for those of you who have been working out with us since November. And for those of you that have just joined in the last month or two, it'll give you a nice review to catch up and meet us where we are today. So if you have a jump rope, you can grab a jump rope. I'm going to be using 5-pound weights, and I have 7.5-pound weights. If you don't have any weights at home, that's okay. We can still go through the motions, or you can get creative, maybe add some water to a water bottle and use that as your weight. I'm not going to be using shoes for this workout, and I encourage you to take your shoes off as well since you're working out at home. Stay really connected to the ground under you. We're going to still be working on the timer. This timer only has a 15-second rest, so since we're staying in place, we can work with the 15-second rest instead of the 20-second rest that you're used to. Omar is going to be coaching me through the exercises so that you are getting the cueing just as if you were in the studio with us being guided through the circuit. So do as many rounds as you can, no different than what we've done at the studio. Have fun, drink lots of water, and we'll see you soon.
All right, the first exercise is going to be a jump rope. So when you're ready,
make sure you start your workout on your watch if you have one. So I have a jump rope here. If you don't have a jump rope at home, we can just jump in place without the jump rope, no worries.
Yep. All right, here we go. And go. All right, so things that we're looking for are that we are jumping off the balls of the feet. Right, when you're using the jump rope, you want to make sure it's a nice, soft hold. Good. And the pressure is with the thumb on the handle, and it's all the wrists. Good. Make sure the body is nice and straight. Yes. Good. Breathe. There are different variations of your of the jump rope. So this is another variation. She's going from one side to the other, kind of tapping the toe here. Good. Make sure you breathe. Nice. Nice work. You got 15 seconds. Breathe. Good work, good work. Good, last 10 seconds. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Nice. Beautiful, I'll take that. All right, the second one's gonna be a seated med ball rotation. If you guys don't have a medicine ball, she's gonna use a dumbbell. All right, and go. All right, so what we're looking for is proper alignment. We want ear, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, knee, knee, ankle, all in proper angles. Okay, once her angles are right, we want to make sure that then second is stomach nice and tight. Beautiful. Chest out. Good. Make sure that we breathe. We can always decrease or increase the resistance or the intensity by the angle of our body. So if this was too hard, we can always go in a seated position. And if she wants to intensify it, she can lie down even more. Stay right there. And if we really want to intensify it, we can bring the feet up off the ground. Yes, beautiful work. We have 15 seconds. Make sure you breathe, chest out, stomach nice and tight. Nice. Last 5 seconds. There you go. Beautiful. And done. Nice. Awesome work. Good job. All right, next one's gonna be alternating lunge, forward lunge. Okay, we can use the dumbbell to increase the intensity, or body weight. Go ahead and go. Yes. All right, so several things we're looking for in the lunge is when we step out, we want to step out far enough that our knee is right above the ankle. Okay. Second, we want to make sure that the back hip is either in front or directly on top of the back knee. Okay? We want to make sure our stomach is nice and tight, chest is out. You don't have to put your hands on your hips. You can keep them down to the side. If you want to increase a little bit of intensity without the weight, then bring the arms out to the side. That will fatigue the shoulders. Okay. Now, I personally look for these two things when our feet make contact. Land on the ball of the foot, and then driving off the heel when we come back. Anytime, I'll expand the next one. And done. Beautiful. All right. Third one is going to, or the fourth one's going to be a bent over split stance reverse fly. So let's give you some dumbbells here. How you feeling?
Good.
Nice. Kind of quiet over there. All right, here we go. Single leg. Beautiful. Yes. Perfect. All right. Same thing here. We're always looking for proper alignment. And the proper alignment always starts from the ankles, knees, hips, right? Everything is in proper alignment. Then we want hips to shoulders, right? So the back is nice and straight. Stomach a little bit tighter. Yes. Good. Sorry. Yes. And then in 5 seconds, we're gonna have you switch legs. See how she's on the ball of the foot here? Her heel is not anchored onto the ground. This is exactly what we're looking for. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Good. Now the height of the arms, about shoulder, a little bit higher than shoulder level, depending on your range of motion or your comfortability. That's what we're looking for. Good. We want to make sure that we exhale as we produce force and inhale when we reduce force. Good. Beautiful. Here we go. 2, 1, and done. Awesome. Good job. All right. Number 5 is going to be a single leg heel tap. All right. Here we go. 5 seconds. And go. All right. So heel tap. So what we're looking for is same thing. Ankle, knee, hip, shoulder, ear. So look forward. There we go. So make sure wherever your chest is looking at it, you're looking at the same direction. So as you start to come down, the eyes come down a little bit. Yes. All right. So when we squat, we want to make sure that the knee is right above the second and third toe. And then when we complete the movement, when we come back up, we squeeze the glute to finish. Beautiful. Switch sides. Good. We want to exhale when we come up, inhale on the way down. Beautiful. Good. And you notice her arms, she's just keeping them right down to her side, which is perfect. You can always bring them out to the side if you'd like, out in front. That really is up to you if you want to increase the intensity. Beautiful. Stomach nice and tight. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, and done. All right. Next one's gonna be speed skaters.
Oh no. Woo.
All right, the legs are fried. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Beautiful. All right, so as you notice, she's jumping back and forth. Notice how the ball of the foot is the first to make contact. That's the reason why I like to make the contact with the ball of the foot when we lunge. All right, here we go, driving back and forth. You want to make sure that she's exhaling as she's pushing. Inhale. Yes, beautiful. Now, let's look at her, look at her knee. See how the knee is right above the foot? It doesn't buckle or bow. It does kind of move a little bit due to the movement, but the stability of the knee and the stability of the hip are perfect. Her stomach is nice and tight, chest is out. She's not hunching over the back or through the back. So she's doing good, or she has good posture. Beautiful. Yep. Yes. There we go. All right, here we go. Last 5 seconds. Beautiful. 2, 1, and done. Awesome. Good job. All right. Single leg, bent over row. How are you feeling?
Good. A little out of breath.
All right, just a little. Here we go. All right, single leg bent over row. And go. All right, again, we're looking at the, from the bottom, ankle, knee, hip. proper alignment, right? The knee is not locked. Hip to shoulder is in a straight alignment. You're gonna keep the shoulder blades back. Hold them back there. Yes, hold them back. Good. We want to exhale when we come up. Inhale on the way down. In 3 seconds, we're gonna switch sides. 3, 2, 1, switch. Beautiful. Good. Now what we want to do is keep the shoulder blades back as much as we can as we perform the row. Okay? So these 2 scapula bones in the back, I like to refer to them as barn doors. Remember to keep the barn doors closed when you perform your exercises. We don't want them to open. Nice, good balance. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, and done. Beautiful work. All right. Next is going to be a plank with rotations. All right, here we go. 2, 1, and done. Go. All right. So we want to make sure the first thing is that we don't close the hands on the plank. The reason being that creates internal rotation, which is weakness of the shoulder. External rotation in this position would create the stability required in the movement. That's why we don't close when we do the plank. All right. She has a nice straight back if she was in a static position. So now she's just rotating the hips side to side. Beautiful. There's no arching of the lower back. It's perfect. Woo. We have 20 seconds. Now in this one, when do we breathe? We breathe when we come up. I'm sorry, we inhale when we go down, exhale when we go up. So these are fast little breaths. Sorry? You can modify this exercise by kneeling on your knees and doing the same movements. There you go. Nice. 2, 1, and done. Nice. All right, the next one's going to be a back lunge to an overhead press.
Thank you.
I thought about it for a second.
And
All
should
right.
I do the press at the bottom of the lunge or the top of the lunge?
All right, so we can do the overhead press, either one, on the way up or on the way down. Now I'll tell you the difference between the two. Before we get into that, all the alignment is proper, right? Ankle, knee, hip. Now, if we do the overhead press in this position, we create more time under tension on the legs, which then increases the intensity. If that's too hard, we can do the lunge first and then the overhead press second. You can start off with the this version first, and if you want to increase the intensity as the minute goes on, then you can do the other one later, or vice versa. It's really up to you. You can challenge it however you like. Yeah, yes, good. Inhale, and now we exhale on the way up. Or we exhale when we push the weight up. Yes. As long as you breathe. Good. 4, 3, 2, and done. Nice. All right, next one is going to be, we're going to do your floor bridge, single leg floor bridge, tricep extension. All right, so she's going to be in a bridge position first. Go. Now again, alignment, ankle, knee, hip, shoulder. Now she's doing a tricep extension. While holding the bridge, we want to make sure we squeeze the glute, squeeze the abdominal. Do not push so high where you arch the back. The best way of getting to this position, go ahead and relax. Go ahead and straighten the back out. Yes, now push up. Beautiful, that way we're not arching the back. You can see the seam of her shirt. This is the reason why in sports attires they have seams highlighted so you can see the alignment. All right, going to the sides. Second, the arms are going to be right above the shoulders. And then when she bends the elbows are facing straight up. She's not resting the dumbbells on the floor. Perfect. We are exhaling on the way up, inhaling on the way down, and we want to make sure that we don't drop the hip or tilt the hip. Beautiful. And switch. All right. That was number 10.
So that was one round. Go ahead, do a second one, do a third one, plenty of time. Make sure you're drinking water, stretch, foam roll after this. That was a good little workout. So I hope you enjoy it. If you need dumbbells, send me a message and we can work out a way for you to possibly pick some up at the studio for you to utilize the next couple of weeks. All right, have fun, enjoy, stay healthy.
Stay healthy, stay fit. Bye.